Hey sis, are you exhausted by all the relationship gymnastics it feels like you have to actually perform just to be able to have a quality relationship and connect with a great guy? Listen, I can help you with that. My name is Stacy Speller, and I am a relationship expert. I help ambitious women just like you have the love that you actually deserve, the one that deep down inside you actually desire. Okay, so I want to help you today. And I want to make sure that you are able to master the ability to speak about the value you bring to the table with clarity and confidence, because there's untold benefits for you, and it keeps you from kind of feeling like you're in basically the relationship matrix where you can't get out, you can't get to that commitment that you actually desire, and you're just going around and around and around. So I want to give you 5 ways that smart women actually speak up about themselves. And I know that, especially in the Christian world, you tell yourself to be humble and you play small and you don't really talk about yourself from that place of just true, authentic confidence. Or you end up focusing all your conversation as you're trying to connect with someone on your accomplishments instead of your value. And what that shows a guy is that you're not really an emotional safe place when everything about your conversation and all your confidence comes from what you've accomplished. So I want you to get really clear on that as well. Conversation that's all about your accomplishment is just basically that you can accomplish a lot of goals, that you can achieve things, that you're very high achieving, you're very driven. Nothing wrong with that. But when that's the basis of how you're establishing the worth that you bring to the table, that's not good for actually being able to connect. It puts you totally in masculine energy versus being able to have a value-based conversation, a value-based approach that you are worthy because of who you authentically are, because you are uniquely and wonderfully made. And that's where your value comes from. It's more of an internal value, not based on what you've been able to achieve. Okay? So here's 5 tips to be able to summon that inner courage and speak about yourself with clarity and confidence. Okay? So the first thing is it keeps you from wasting time. Because when you are able to speak about the value you bring to the table with a level of clarity and confidence, what that's doing is allowing a guy to make an informed decision about you quickly. So he's not having to waste your time. So it doesn't just drag on forever and ever where you're not getting the fulfillment you want, you're not getting the commitment you want, and it just drags on. This basically shows a quality guy who you are, but it also will allow a guy that the joker you don't want for your future. He will self-select right out of your life when you take this approach, and you will wish him well and thank him later, okay? So it keeps you from wasting time. It allows him to make a quick decision about you. The second thing that being able to speak up for yourself, it allows you to move things forward, right? So it's building a trust because your confidence, watch this is good, your confidence is influencing his confidence, and then he can start thinking about being able to move forward with you. So you want to have confidence and clarity in your conversation and speak about yourself in that way, because that's moving the relationship forward. Let your confidence influence his confidence. The third way you have to think about this is basically the remedy for not settling. Because when you're able to speak about yourself from a value base, it communicates that you know your value, you know your worth, and you are not settling for less. Again, what this does is a quality guy appreciates value. He's looking for value. The cheap guy, he doesn't want value anyway. He's just looking for a bargain. He's just looking to be able to get like he's an emotional vampire. He wants to take up all your time, energy, and emotions and not deposit anything back. So once again, that joker will self-select out of your life and you'll wish him well. So you want to make sure you do this because that will keep you from settling. The fourth thing that being able to speak up about yourself from that value-based clarity and confidence is it makes you stand out. So you stand out in his mind because so many women are not going to be able to do this. And so you stand out in his mind because what a quality guy does when you're able to speak about yourself and your value and from a confidence and place of clarity, it gets him thinking about the possibilities of an actual relationship. Yeah, because this shows that you are serious. And so now he becomes a possibility thinker where in his mind, he's starting to think about like, okay, I wonder what this would be like. Again, it shows that he can now think about you from a possibility. And sis, we love a possibility thinker, right? Because the jokers that are not going anywhere, the jokers that are not going to commit, they don't think in terms of possibility. They're not futuristic thinking. They're just going day to day, moment by moment. The furthest they may plan out is a Friday Netflix and chill, if you know what I mean. Their timeline is just, let me just go with the flow. And basically, you're going with the flow until he meets his wife. No and no. And then the fifth thing that this does by being able to speak up with a value-based confidence and clarity is this shows a quality guy that you expect commitment behavior. Commitment behavior, because it makes him more likely when you're speaking from this place, it makes him more likely to have commitment like behavior because guess what? He feels like he may have found the one. A quality guy, when he starts telling himself that he thinks he found the one, I guarantee you that he's found the one because it's the one who shows up with values, with clarity, and with confidence. And she's not afraid to make sure him and the whole world knows. And I need you to let go of the thought that by doing these things, that you're being arrogant. You're not being arrogant. Arrogance is only when you compare yourself. So if you say, I'm better than this person, that's arrogance. But if you say, I'm the best, whatever it is, whatever value you bring to the table, that's not arrogance. That's just the truth of the matter, right? And there's nothing wrong with the truth. Listen, the truth will set you free. So I want you to summon your inner courage and stop playing small and get the clarity and the confidence that you need so that you can have these value-based conversations and speak up for yourself. Girl, you could be the perfect wife for this man, but if you don't believe it and you don't say anything about how wonderful you are, how's he supposed to know? So if you need help in this area, because when you don't do this, it causes you to sabotage. That's why I have my free guide. The link is here. It's free. We love free. And it's the 10 ways you could be actually sabotaging your chances of finding true love. So be sure to download that. Make sure you like this video. Be sure to subscribe to my channel so you'll get notified whenever there's a new video. And leave me a comment. I want to know in the comments if you're going to commit to this, right? If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. And if you have other content that you would like for me to talk about for something that you're going through, leave that in the comments as well. Okay? Be sure you have your free guide, and I will see you in the comments.